Alright, you guys can't really see me that well. Well, now. Welcome to 2018. Happy New Year, y'all. I don't know what I've been up to. It's day 4 now. It's Thursday. The year started on a Monday. That's weird. Anyway, so it's day 4, and I haven't vlogged at all. So much for trying to stay active. I'm gonna try to get back on it now. Every day. We'll see how long this lasts. But I just feel like there's so little to like report. And also, I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting like minimal feedback / interaction. So it's kind of hard to stay like engaged with the community that doesn't really exist. Anyway, what I'm thinking of doing actually is well, okay, so there's definitely the ancestry DNA video that I need to upload, and there's also the I'm really bummed, but so there's the ancestry DNA video, and then there's a video of me teaching my family the international kind of alphabet in Spanish, and so that is something that I want to upload also on this channel. And then there's also some things from the N-Wave conference when I went to Wisconsin to present my honors thesis. I want to talk a little bit about that too. So something that I'm thinking of doing is potentially live streaming once on Facebook. And the idea would be to talk to my Facebook friends. That's such a weird concept. I don't know. Facebook is like I have a lot of thoughts on Facebook as a platform, on Facebook as a service, on Facebook in general. So I'm down to talk more about that, but like not right now. But I think the best way to at least start out creating this audience or whatever might be to engage with people I know IRL. But not really, I guess I won't necessarily be around a ton of them. And I don't know, it feels a little awkward to like walk around. I guess I don't really have to walk around. It feels a little awkward to like go around people and be like, hey, like watch me on the internet, like my videos and like subscribe to me. Like, like go do something better. Go do something better with your time. I don't know what's going on with me right now. I should be doing something better with my time probably. So I guess these past few days have been mostly thinking about like what I'm trying to do in the future broadly. I wish my dream would be that I could like do this and sustain myself financially. I'm not in the position in my life right now where I'm trying to profit a huge amount. I don't really know. Money is not really. Anyway, the point is, I'm not really sure what kind of job I'm trying to do. It'd be cool to like start a startup because I'm really trying to help people who speak endangered languages. Both, you know, I mean, in the U.S., which are the communities that I know the closest, but also the communities that speak endangered languages that have more internet connection. Places in Europe, you know, Irish speakers, Welsh speakers, Scottish speakers, Scots speakers. A lot of Scots speakers don't even consider themselves, or a lot of Scots people don't even realize that Scots can be considered a different language. It's not really English the same way, I don't know, English in England is, right? Even Scottish English, like English with a Scottish accent. It's also not the same thing as Scots. But yeah, I think broadly, what I would like to do is teach people about linguistics the same way that I want to do, obviously not the same way, but similar things that I would want to teach on my YouTube channel, the other YouTube channel. Sorry. And, well, I think on the other YouTube channel it might be a little bit more of a focus on linguistics, whereas on this other thing that I would want to make would be a little bit broader. Something that I think people, I guess the criticism that I have of Facebook is specifically this relatively new feature that they implemented where you can try to put this like phonetic pronunciation for your name, but it's not an actual phonetic pronunciation, and this is my criticism. If you're going to try to have something that is going to help someone who doesn't know how to pronounce that name, you're going to have something to help them pronounce the name. If they don't know how to read that abstract phonetic thing that you're giving them, that's kind of not going to do anything. And I understand that to a certain degree, you've probably done this research into like what you're going to do and like the best way that you want to like put the phonetic transcription or whatever. But like, in my opinion, the fact of the matter is there is something that is fundamentally more useful, fundamentally just better in so many regards for transcribing this very thing, and it happens to be very useful for teaching languages. For learning languages. That's how I learned it in the first place. I mean, I started learning linguistics when I was like 14 or something. In high school, when I was learning Chinese, I was learning Latin in high school, but I decided I want to learn something really different because I already speak Spanish as my native language, and Latin came really easily, so I wanted to, I guess, learn something really different, and so I chose Mandarin. And I was learning it for a while, but I was self-teaching, and so I needed resources, and linguistics is honestly a really great pedagogical resource. You can learn so much using linguistics. And I just think it's a shame. It's honestly really frustrating that more second language acquisition research, more just the fact that the second language acquisition and language pedagogy and linguistics are such disjointed fields. It feels to me like they should be so much closer, and it feels to me like even bilingual studies and multilingual studies, multi-pluri competence, like the idea of a monolingual speaker is just not very consistent with what we see in society. Like an individual person often has different repertoires, different sets, sort of different ways that they use language with different people, right? The way you talk with your friends is going to be a little bit different from the way you talk with your grandparents, or even the way you talk with your parents, right? And the way you talk with like relatives you've never really like met, or like you see like at like holiday reunions or whatever, like once or twice a year, right? Or even less than that, right? You have different. The point is, you have different ways that you interact with people, depending on who you're interacting with. Anyway, I have a lot of thoughts, as you can tell, and I think that linguistics is something that people should know. I don't know, linguistics and sort of sociology and history broadly. To me, they just feel like context. You know, you're using communication to, explore, navigate the world around you. You kind of need the context. You kind of need to know what you're doing, how you're communicating, what your communication is, what it means. Really understand that, and that's what linguistics studies. And then the world around you. History is sort of the fact of the matter context, if you will. And then the sociology side is the constructed or the socially artificial context. And so I think when you're trying to learn a language, which is fundamentally what the startup that I would be trying to start would be doing, um, when you're learning a language, I think you have to pay attention to these other things. Like they aren't really separable. And so um, starting from learning some linguistics to learning some basic sociology, basic linguistics, basic sociology, basic history, basic, I mean, there's lots of important things that you need to know. And I think it's about weaving them all together, because the history is about telling stories, the narrative, even like the mythology, the culture, a lot of it is um, related to history. So it's all really pretty important. Anyway, the the problem, I guess, is that I don't really have a co-founder right now. I'm thinking of talking to someone that I'm maybe talking about. I'm thinking of talking to someone that I'm already talking to. I'm thinking of asking someone that I'm already talking to. I don't know if you can tell. I don't really play games. I feel like it's like my charming style, but I understand if it gets annoying. I apologize. Also, sorry about my voice. I feel like it probably doesn't sound that bad, but I've been sick for the past few days also. Maybe that's why I haven't recorded. Yeah, it kind of sucks. I started off the new year with a cold. It's all fine, but it's meh. Okay, the other thing that I was gonna say. That's it. I'm gonna try to stay active. I already said that. I'm gonna try to post those other videos and things. And I'm gonna try to start. I don't know if I'm gonna try to start posting on the other channel yet. Kind of need to at some point, huh? Because I also need to figure out how exactly I'm teaching my siblings when I get to Columbia. What I'm applying to, and like, because I was considering applying to like accelerators or incubators or something for the startup, but there's a lot of factors in this. I'm not sure that's what I want to do. So I think I'm gonna talk to you guys later. Cool. Stay curious. See you guys tomorrow, I guess. If I stick to it. If I stick to it.